Juniors to be seniors, this is Mr. Quigley speaking to you about scheduling. Teachers, at this time, would you please distribute the following information to every student in your advisory? This is the list of courses. It's yellow. I have a beta copy here. We haven't printed them off yet, but yours is yellow. And then every student should receive one of these. That's the courses that they're going to take. Or one of these. Actually, students should receive both of these. This has to do with the senior options for senior experience. So teachers, at this time, please be distributing those. Students, I'm going to talk to you while your teachers are handing those out. Please pay attention to me. Turn your computers off. Do not start writing on anything. I know you guys are anxious. I know you've done this a couple times before. There's a lot of new information. I want you to make sure that you go through with me step by step. So once again, you should have all those materials out. This will be the first year that you are not going to receive a course description guide. They're going to be online, and so I'm going to show you how to access it online, but you will not receive a hardback copy or even a paper copy of the course description guide. So we're going to swing over to my computer, and I'm going to show you how to access this. If you go to the Homestead website, and then if you go down to guidance, we're right there, click on guidance, and on the left-hand side, you will see course descriptions. We're going to go on that, course descriptions, and then the course description guide. Now the one you're about to look at is this present year's, so it's 2017 and 2018. The new one will be posted within a week. But just as a reminder, here's what it looks like. There'll be a table of contents, and you'll be able to use this because you'll be able to link back and forth. So for example, if you want to look at English, you'll be able to click on English and it'll take you right to that department. The one that's on there now is not set that way, so I just have to scroll through a lot of different pages and such. But I'm going to run on down and just give you a demonstration. Again, you know all these things that are in here. But let's look as an example. Let's look at a particular course so you can see how this is set up. So just as an example, I'm going to use 8211, Principles of Marketing. Now remember, everything in the book is set up the same way. So for this particular course, it tells you that this has a dual credit option. You can take the course without the option of dual credit, or you can take it with the dual credit option if you qualify. It's an Ivy Tech course. And then it tells you whether there's a prerequisite and a description of the course. And as I stated, all through the book, you're going to find every course description has that. So for example, this one over here is not dual credit. How do I know that? Because it doesn't have one of the college icons with it. So a class that has a college icon with it will be a dual credit course. And most of them are dual credit option. Some say dual credit required. If it says dual credit required, that means you have to qualify and take this as a dual credit course. But as an example I used before, this is dual credit option. If you want to take Principles of Marketing for a Homestead High School credit, you can do that. If you want to take Principles of Marketing as a Homestead High School credit and dual credit, you can do that. And that's what the dual credit option means. So again, that's going to be available to you. So instead of that, instead of having a book like we've had in the past, you're now going to have the option to look this up online. So let's continue on. By now you should have all of your materials. And so I want to go back and show you some different things that you have. So as we stated before, you've got a course description guide. Yours is yellow. This is a list of everything that's in that course description. And as you can see on there, you've got the course number and the course names. It's just a little shortcut than having to go through the whole description guide all the time. You have a worksheet, and for seniors, you've got two of them. You're going to need to make a decision. Am I going to do traditional classes and no senior experience? In that case, you'll use this one. Am I going to do senior experience? Do I qualify? Because remember, all senior experience courses are for dual credit, so you must qualify. So if I'm going to do dual credit, senior experience, you'll use this form. You will not use both of them. You'll either say, I'm going to do a traditional schedule, or I'm going to apply for and do senior experience. So now I'm going to go through and give you some examples of these. So I'm going to start with the traditional one, and I'm going to ask our camera people to switch over to there. And then you'll be able to see how to fill this out. I'm going to mess them up. They're really good camera workers, but I'm going to move this, and I know that's going to mess them up, but they're going to have to adjust to me. So I'm going to move this so I can talk also. So as you can see on the schedule worksheet, here's what you have to do. You're going to put a course name. So this person wanted Class Royale. They're going to put the course name in here and the course number. If it's a full year course, you're going to do that way. Then composition, algebra 2. You've got to remember, you're not specifying which period of the day or even which semester. You know, you may put in here that I want economics in 5th period. No, that's not 5th period. It means you want economics. The computer will schedule it first semester or second semester. So make sure you keep that in mind. As you go through listing these courses, we also need to have alternates. In case something up here doesn't work, my first alternate is there, and my second alternate is there. So this is a person that just has going to be here 7 periods a day, and they list their alternates. Let me give you another example of this. This would be a senior who is going to do some sort of early release. This person's going to do what's called professional internship. So again, name, everything up there is the same. Here's the course that this person's going to take. They're going to take AP Composition. They're going to take Pre-Calculus one semester, Trig another semester, Spanish, AP Chem, and then they're going to be professional internship. So the number for that is this, and that goes through 6th and 7th. You can list it twice if you want to, or just once and draw arrows down. And they're requesting professional internship for 2 semesters. Big reminder for you. January 11th, 7:10, in Mr. Rogers' room, there will be a meeting about professional internship. If you do not attend the meeting, you will not be approved for internship. Period, end of discussion. So you've got to put that on your calendars and be ready to go for that. All right, so that's a traditional schedule, and that's what you'll get ready to meet with your counselors and talk about. Now I'm going to give you an example. So if you're interested in senior experience, there's the senior experience chart. And we're going to spend a few minutes on that. I've got about 3 or 4 samples I'm going to give you of that. Here's one, I call it Senior 1. You've got first semester on the front, second semester on the back. And here's the explanation. We have already locked in these courses. So we know these courses are going to be in the 1-2 block or the 3-4 block or whatever. So in this case, this person is saying, I would like to take in first semester, in the 1-2 block, Monday and Wednesday, I want Advanced Composition English 111. In the same block, 1-2, on Tuesday, Thursday, I want this particular course. That's an Honors Econ class. And as you know with block classes, the classes only meet Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday. On Friday, you are not required to be in school during that time period. The teachers will have office hours, so if you need help, they'll be there on Friday, first and second block, but that's how that works. Now this person, again, I'm making these up as I go along, but this person decided, well, they want this block, first and second, and then they want traditional classes. So in third period, they're trying to put physics, and in fourth, they're putting French. Again, we don't know which periods they are, you just list them that way, but those go every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Here they're also adding pre-calculus, and then this person put in professional internship, which is B401, and they just list it like I have it there. So remember a couple things. You can mix and match. I heard one person say, well, if I take senior experience, all my classes have to be. No, that's not true. In fact, the majority of people that do senior experience do a couple senior experience courses, and then they do traditional courses. And so this is example. Another note one more time reminding you, January 11th, got that meeting at 7:10. Make sure you're there. The other thing is the rule of 5 with senior experience. You must be in 5 accredited, you must receive 5 credits. So in this case, this person is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 credits. Now in this case, internship is 2 credits too, so they're way over the top. Then you flip this over and we're going to go to second semester. I'm taking quite a bit of time with this first one. The others won't take as long because I'm going to go through them, but I just want to make sure you see this. So in this case, second semester, the person's now going to change from pre-calculus first semester to trigonometry second. And they would like to have 1-2 block on Monday, Wednesday. And they're choosing not to do a Tuesday, Thursday class. And Friday, we know already with block, you're not going to be here. So on this particular person, they're coming into school first period on Monday and Wednesday, but on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, they're not coming in until third period. This person then said, well, I'd like 3-4 block on Monday and Wednesday for this class, and I'm still not coming into school on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. And so that's the way they've set that up. And then they've come down here and said, but I want my second half of my physics course, and now I'd like a government course in there, and I'd like a French course in there, and those are every day. So again, what this person's schedule looks like is on Monday and Wednesday, they're here the whole time. But on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays, they don't come in until fifth period. So that's one sample of what we're doing. Let me give you another sample for seniors. This is a situation where the person wanted to come to classes 1 through about fifth period, but they want to be released. If you're in senior experience and you have an open spot, you can be released. You can go to the IMC, you can leave the building, you can do whatever those things you want to do. But here we go. So in this case, this person had Monday and Wednesday, honors econ, first and second block. Tuesday, Thursday, they have a math class. And then Friday, they're not here. 3-4 block, speech class Monday, Wednesday, anatomy, physiology Tuesday, Thursday, and they're not here. Down here under fifth period, they're doing another block. They're doing composition Monday, Wednesday, sociology Tuesday, Thursday, and then not here. So if you look at this, you'll say, well, this person doesn't even come to Homestead on Fridays. But on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they're through fifth period, and then they're marked open. So that's just another example of what you can do. I think I did a second side for this one. Yeah, this changed a little bit. Now, this was one, if you remember, this person first semester got out early. This semester, they're choosing, because they're in block, you can only do this if you're in block, they're choosing not to come until third period. And then third period, they've got a Monday, Wednesday class, a Tuesday, Thursday class. Whoops, still don't have a Friday class. Hey, notice I kind of did this intentionally. I made a mistake. It's okay. Make a mistake. But work in pencil so that you can erase it and redo it. So I went over the top of it. And then again, this person's here fifth period, sixth period, and seventh period. So they don't come in until third, but on Fridays, they don't come in until fifth. So that's what that looks like. Now, let me throw a couple more up there. These are just samples to show you how you can do these things, how you can set them up. This happens to be a person who's going to be in band. She or he knows they're going to be here seventh period. So what they're trying to do is get a little bit of free time in the morning, so they have a block Monday and Wednesday, but not Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Then they're going traditional classes, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. So that's what that looks like. So that's a little bit, a lot of students have this. They have like 1 block class or 2 block classes, and then they're here for traditional classes. I had one more for the seniors to look at, and this has to do with very, very traditional semester 2. Oh, I know what this was. This person blocked semester 1, so they had a couple open spots, but then in semester 2, they decided they wanted to be here periods 1 through 7. You can do that. So you fill this out if at anywhere on here you're doing block, and if not, you can also do the traditional courses. So a couple things just to go back with, and if we'll swing back over to me. You've got your course description courses and your sheet. You've got these things all set up, ready to go. Make sure you are ready to go by the second week in January. Now we're giving you these materials so that you can work over winter break on these things. You can talk to your parents, you can talk to your friends, you can talk to your teachers, find out which courses you want. You can look at your graduation requirements. That's why we're giving you these things very, very early. But starting the second week, we are going to be calling students in. We'll either call you in, if you have a science class, it'll be through your second semester science class. If you don't have a science class, the guidance counselors will be sending for you individually. I'm going to ask you at this time, please do not make appointments for counselors to talk about the scheduling. You can figure it out. You know what you're doing. Send us an email. We'll get back to you on email right away for 1 or 2 questions, but don't make an appointment for that. You can figure out how to do this. You can watch the video over. Your parents can look at the video over and send us emails if there's any question having to do with that. I showed you before we listed alternates, which is great. We need to have those things on there. And so I want to summarize for the class of 2019. This video will be available on the SACS website. If you find it right now, today, it'll be last year's video, but it'll be updated very, very quickly. And we're going to show you the YouTube link on that. We're giving you these materials prior to winter break so you can be ready to go by like January 15th. That's the second week we're back. It's the third week in January, but it's the second week we're back. You need to have your materials ready to go. So what does it mean when I say ready? When I say ready, that means you've got all of this filled out. Well, maybe you have one question. That's okay. You can meet with us and talk with us when we pull you into schedule. But don't come to me or any of the other counselors with a blank sheet. You know, I'll probably just put you in classes I want to put you in if you come in with a blank sheet. So make sure you come in with a sheet that's completely filled out, if it can be, or maybe one blank that you have to figure out and get some help with. You can also, again, email us anytime you want to. Now, again, ready to go means that this is completely filled out, or this one is completely filled out. You've got to be ready to go by January 15th. I want to remind you about dual credit courses. You have to qualify for those. And if you've never done dual credit before, you know the way you qualify is you have to do a PSAT or an SAT or an ACT score. But seniors, this is pretty good. For most of the dual, not all, but most of the dual credit courses, seniors, if you have a 2.6 grade point average, you qualify. Now there's a few in there. There's a couple math ones that you also have to have a qualifying PSAT score or Accuplacer score on. But for most of the courses at Ivy Tech, a 2.6. For IPFW, if you're taking a dual credit IPFW course, that's a 3.0. And if you want IU Bloomington, this is new. We're adding a couple courses this year that have IU Bloomington on them. That's a 2.7 for their test scores. So again, seniors, 2.6 for Ivy Tech, 3.0 for IPFW, 2.7 for IU Bloomington. And then the last thing I want to talk about it is you are submitting your course requests for your senior year. Really, take some time, choose wisely, because the only changes you'll be able to request after you turn this in, you'll be able to do it online or send an email to your counselor, but we will only look at those if there's room in the class. So I can't tell you how many times I've dealt with students who have come down and said, well, I've changed my mind. I think I'd like to do this. I go, well, I'm sorry. There's no room in that class. If you'd have booked it, we would have given you a spot and you would have had it. So only if there's room in the class will we make changes. So once again, you can get started on this pretty soon and email your counselor if you have any questions. Thank you very much.